Hey, Tailblazers! I'm Rebecca Cunningham, and this is Girl Tales, a kids' podcast packed with girl power and stories where every child's voice matters. Before we get started, I'd like to send a very special shout out to Sage and wish a very happy birthday to Abrielle. Abrielle and Sage, thank you so much for listening to Girl Tales. Grownups, Girl Tales is brought to you by families like yours. If you would like to hear your child's name at the top of our next episode, or if you would like me to wish them a happy birthday, head to patreon.com/girltales and join a team today. Oh, and hey, do you love Girl Tales and making your own stories at home? Well, the Girl Tales Starter Pack is made just for you. It includes a vintage book of fairy tales, a Tailblazer pencil, a Girl Tales notebook, bookmark, and sticker. Everything you need to dream up your own magical adventures. Grownups can grab one now at girltalespodcast.com/shop. Now, on to our episode. This is the next story in our Open Door series, Manu's Arepas. Enjoy! I'd like to tell you about a friend of mine. His name is Manuel, but his friends call him Manu.
Manu, time for dinner!
And Manu had two great loves in his life. The first, of course, was football. No, not football, the American kind with helmets and an oval-shaped leather ball. Football. You know, the kind you play with your foot. In the U.S., we call it soccer.
I'm coming, Mom! Come on, Jefferson, come on!
Go!
Yes!
Like I said, Manu's first love was football. And his second?
I made arepas!
Arepas?
Arepas. Hot, round cornmeal patties stuffed with all kinds of delicious fillings. It was his all-time #1 ultra-favorite food. He could eat arepas for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Oh, and as a merienda. That's an afternoon snack in Spanish. And lately, Manu had really been craving an arepa. See, Manu and his family were new to freshwater. They heard about Mayor Lucinda's open door policy when they were living in Caracas, the capital of Venezuela. Manu's dad had been a professor, and his mom an engineer, but both of them had lost their jobs and were struggling to find new ones. When they heard that freshwater was welcoming people from around the world, they figured it could be a good idea to get a fresh start in freshwater. So they packed their bags and headed north to the U.S. So far, Manu liked freshwater okay. It wasn't as warm as Venezuela, but the people were friendly, and there was even a football team at Manu's school, even though they called it soccer. The only problem? No arepas. Back in Venezuela, you could get an arepa anywhere. They are sold in almost every cafe and restaurant all day long. Plus, street vendors all over make them hot and fresh. Manu would often grab one on his way home from school. His favorite was an arepa stuffed con queso with cheese and carne machada, shredded beef. Sounds delicious. But in freshwater, Manu could only get them when his mom had the time to make them, which isn't often since she started working at a Kari's bakery. She had to leave for work before the sun even came up to get everything baking for breakfast, and was usually too exhausted to make an involved meal like arepas. So when his mom said she made arepas, Manu could not believe his ears.
Arepas?
Yes, but it's too late. I ate them all.
What?
I'm just kidding. Come on, they're getting cold.
It was such a treat to eat arepas. The warm, crunchy outside, the savory flavor of the corn, and the melty, gooey cheese inside.
Mommy, these are so good.
Ooh, thank you. I didn't have all the ingredients to make carne machada, but we had black beans and cheese, so I made my favorite, arepas domino.
Can you make some extra so I can take them to school for lunch tomorrow?
I already did. They're in your lunchbox in the fridge.
The next day at school, Manu could not wait for lunchtime. All through math, all he could think is, what is the square root of arepas? And in English class, all he could hear was, to arepa or not to arepa? That is the question. The answer, of course, was to arepa. By lunchtime, his mouth was watering at the thought of the delicious arepas waiting for him. He cracked open his lunchbox, but just as he was taking his first bite, one of his friends on the soccer team sat down next to him.
Hey, Manu, what's that you've got there? It's the best, most delicious, and special food in the whole wide world. A Venezuelan arepa. Oh, it looks tasty. Can I get a bite?
Manu hesitated. He knew it was polite to offer his friend a bite, but really wanted to eat the whole arepa by himself. He went back and forth for a moment, but decided that spreading the word about the most delicious food on earth was more important than having one more bite for himself.
That's delicious. Where did you get it? I want to buy one for my lunch tomorrow. I didn't buy it. My mom made it. It's a super popular food in Venezuela, where we come from. Oh man, you should tell your mom to make them for the food festival. I bet people would line up to eat these.
There had been so many immigrant families that had moved to Freshwater that Mayor Lucinda had decided to throw an international food festival where people could celebrate their cultures and share their favorite delicious foods. There had been a sign-up sheet in the gym for weeks. Anu's family was going to have a booth selling Indian dosas, and Laon's family was selling pancit, a Filipino noodle dish. But Manu had been hesitant to ask his family to make something. He knew how hard it had been to get set up in a new place and how tired his parents were from their new jobs. But he thought he should at least try. He went home that day positively vibrating with excitement at the prospect of getting to show all his friends the wonders of the arepa, with the added bonus of all the arepas he would get to eat if his family put up a booth of their own. It took a lot of convincing.
Please, Mom.
And cajoling.
I promise it won't be that hard.
And even a little bargaining.
I'll take out the trash for a month and do the dishes. And I'll even clean my room. Please, Mom, please.
Finally, Manu managed to convince his parents to sign up for the festival and put up their very own booth. He spent all week painting the sign that would go on top. He used yellow, blue, and red, the colors of the Venezuelan flag, to decorate the edges of the sign and make it look very inviting. They decided to make 3 flavors: carne machada, Manu's favorite, domino, his mom's favorite, and reina pepiada, a delicious chicken and avocado arepa that his dad loved. When the day of the festival finally arrived, Manu and his dad proudly hung the sign over their booth that read, Arepas Caracas, authentic Venezuelan arepas. Manu stood back and admired his work. He took a deep breath, taking in the smell of the warm arepas his mom was preparing. He just knew everyone would love them as much as he did. Before the festival doors opened, he took a walk around to see what all his classmates were selling. He saw Min's family had a boiling pot of miso soup, and Morgiana's family was preparing a batch of delicious-smelling meatballs called kefta. Everything looked really good, but not as good as arepas. He saw Carlotta, a girl on the soccer team, walking over to his booth.
Hey, Manu, I didn't know you were signing up. What's an arepa?
Just the most delicious food in the whole world. Look, my mom is making one right now.
Manu's mom finished stuffing a hot arepa with cheese and black beans. Carlotta looked curiously at the plate and tilted her head, confused.
Isn't that just a sope?
What's a sope?
It's a dish my mom makes. It's from Mexico, like me. Come on, come look for yourself.
Carlotta grabbed Manu's hand and pulled him through the gym, rushing past all the other booths to the far side of the room, where her family's booth was set up. To his horror, Manu watched as Carlotta's dad put together a dish that looked very similar to an arepa, except instead of a corn patty being stuffed, it was a thick corn tortilla with toppings piled on top.
See? That's a sope.
I guess it does look kind of like an arepa, but it's different. Arepas are special and unique. Arepas are stuffed.
Oh, so like a pupusa?
What's that?
That's what Marisa's family is making. They're from El Salvador. See?
Carlotta pointed at the booth down the hall. Manu walked over and watched as his classmate Marissa's family prepped their own offerings. And she was right. Marissa's family was making a dish that also looked a lot like an arepa. Except instead of being stuffed at the end, the fillings were cooked right into the patty. Manu couldn't believe it. All these dishes were so similar to his beloved arepas. He stumbled back in shock and then saw something he truly couldn't believe. Right in front of him was another booth, one belonging to his friend Samuel's family, with a sign that read, "Hot and tasty Colombian arepas." Manu couldn't believe it. These weren't similar to arepas. These were actual arepas. He had no idea they made arepas in Colombia. He felt like all the air had left his body. He watched as Samuel's family prepared their arepas. They looked just like his own beloved snacks, except they were putting the toppings on top instead of inside. But they looked just as delicious as any arepa he had ever eaten. Could it be that Venezuelan arepas weren't as special as he always thought they were? It looked like everyone had their own version of arepas. Maybe they were even better than his own arepas. The thought alone sent shivers down his spine. He staggered back to his own booth, shoulders slumped. His mom glanced at him confused.
It's almost time to open, Manu. Are you so excited?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what's the matter? You seem down.
Mom, did you know that they have arepas in Colombia?
Well, of course. Lots of countries have arepas. They make them in Ecuador, too. I've had Colombian arepas before. They're pretty good, but they're different from ours.
Like, better different?
I guess it depends. I'm sure some people like them better. I like Venezuelan arepas, but that's just me. Why do you ask?
I guess I just thought we had something special. But I saw lots of other booths that have foods that look just like arepas, like sopes and pupusas. And Samuel, my friend from Colombia, his family is making arepas too.
Well, what's wrong with that? Just because other people have foods similar to ours, it doesn't make ours any less special. Do you not love arepas anymore?
Well, of course I do.
Here, take a bite of this.
Manu's mom slid over a prepared carne machada arepa, Manu's favorite. He bit into it. It was just as delicious as he remembered. The juicy meat, the salty bits of olives, and the smell of garlic and onions. A small smile lit his face, but his eyes still looked unsure. His mom grabbed an arepa for herself and took a big bite too.
I'll tell you why I love Venezuelan arepas. It's not just the flavor or that it's the perfect snack for any time of day. When I bite into an arepa, it's like I'm time traveling. I can see your abuela's kitchen, and I can see the mountains that surround Caracas outside the window. I can smell the masa, and I can hear my mommy singing as she puts arepas onto the hot griddle. To me, arepas taste like home. No matter where I am, an arepa makes me feel like I have a little piece of home with me.
Manu looked down at his plate. That's exactly what arepas made him feel too. But he still had a lingering doubt.
But what if no one else loves them as much as we do?
That's okay. Everyone has different favorite foods. Foods that carry a special meaning for them. And just because we all like different things doesn't mean that the thing that you like is any less good.
I guess that means that arepas aren't the best, most delicious food in the whole wide world?
Maybe not for everyone, but to me, they are. And it sounds like they are for you too.
Manu took another delicious bite. He smiled.
Yeah, they are.
Once the festival opened, Manu made it a point to go to all his friends' booths to try their family's foods. He tried Carlotta's Mexican sopes. They were topped with a delicious shredded chicken and spicy green sauce. And the pupusas Marissa's family made were yummy too, filled with melty cheese and a blend of refried beans and pork. And he made sure his friends tried his family's arepas too. They all thoroughly enjoyed them, and they quickly sold out all 3 flavors. By the end of the festival, Manu was beyond stuffed. He'd eaten foods from all over the world and had a lot of new dishes to add to his list of favorites. But he made sure to save the best for last. As they packed up their booth, he pulled out a carne machada arepa that he had saved. He sat down and bit into it, enjoying the juicy meat and savory flavors. He smiled with a reassurance that for him, Venezuelan arepas were the most delicious and special food in the whole wide world. Since the year 2000, more than 7.9 million Venezuelans have left home due to an economic crisis in Venezuela. That's about 20% of the country's population. Because of low pay and lack of jobs, many of those who left were highly educated professionals, like doctors, lawyers, and professors. A lot went to neighboring South American countries like Colombia and Peru, but about 500,000 emigrated to the United States, bringing with them a rich cultural heritage, including foods like the arepa. And while arepas are popular across Latin America, the Venezuelan arepa is distinct from those in Colombia and Ecuador. While in other places, the arepa is more of a side dish, Venezuelans view the arepa as the star of the show and will eat it at any time of day. That was Manu's Arepas, written by Jasmine Romero, performed by Robb Moreira, Jasmine Romero, and Rebecca Cunningham, produced by Tessa Flannery, executive produced by Megan Bagala.
Grownups, thanks for listening to Girl Tales with your Tailblazers. Before you go, here are some questions to help keep the conversation going with your child. What part of today's story did you enjoy the most, and why? Did you connect with a character in this story? Did you learn something new? How did you feel about this story? Did it remind you of something in your own life? We hope this sparks some fun and meaningful conversations. Girl Tales is a Cordelia Studios production. Grownups, you can get access to ad-free episodes of Girl Tales, as well as a range of other shows for the kids in your life, by subscribing to Starglow Plus on Apple Podcasts. If you'd like to hear me narrate the original stories of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, or Rebecca of Sunnybrook Farm, head to patreon.com/girltales and join Team Sunnybrook or above. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review wherever you get your podcasts. And hey, if you loved this story, share it with a friend. Oh, and remember, I believe in you.
There's a hill and a road and a path where I know you must go. Through the sun, wind, rain, or snow. But wherever you venture, you can always come home. 'Cause I trust your heart, I trust my heart, and I trust your mind, I trust my mind, and I trust the friends, I trust the friends I know you will find o'er the hill and on the road. So off you